If you're a small creator, I'm sure you've heard that audio quality is far more important than picture quality. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing whether these $50 pair of microphones are comparable to the Rode Wireless Go 2s, which are worth about $350. So let's find out. Welcome to the outdoors. I've been using these mics for a while now, but I've been recently told that they sound like I'm speaking underwater. The main reason I'm out here is because there is city noises nearby. So I want to test out not only just the quality of the microphone itself, but also the background noise cancel. I can hear the trains, and obviously there's the wind. So all of those and more in this video. Let's go. So just for context, the phone is currently just one hand length away, just on a little tripod mount, and this is what it sounds like straight out of camera. This is the S24 Ultra. As you can see, the city's behind me. Okay, switching over. Okay, so I am about 2 or 3 meters away. There's a helicopter straight ahead. There's a helicopter circling nearby. And I want to see what happens with the different microphones. The helicopter is still circling. I'm going to keep walking backwards just to see how far I can go before the signal stops. Now, I am walking so that the microphone itself faces the camera. I'm expecting that for $50 things, this is about, I'd say, nearly 10 meters away. That's pretty good. If you can still hear me, please do subscribe now so I can do more of these little tests. If it's gotten this far, I am very impressed, because now I am about 20 meters away and I'm in the middle of the city, so there is a lot of interference nearby. I'm just going to turn around to see if the signal still makes it, whether you can still hear me. 5, 6, 8. So this was obviously the $50 Amazon purchase, which I will link below. Next up is the Rode microphones. Gonna pop it onto the same spot. Here we go. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. So this is again 2 to 3 meters away. I'm assuming each pane of glass is about a meter. That's about 3 meters here. And let's go backwards. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is about 10 meters ish away. And testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. This is the Rode Wireless Go 2. Can you hear the background audio? This is a little bit windy. I don't have the actual mufflers on microphones. And I can definitely hear a little bit of the helicopter, but it's not as bad as before. Now going back further, we are probably at about 15 meters or so. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Now remember, the price of these is significantly more than the ones I just tested out. These are about 350 Australian dollars. Now I'm about 20 meters away. Again, I'm going to turn around. I would expect that the Rode should have a little bit of quality, because the range is estimated to be about 200 meters for the Rode. Again, it'll be limited. There's some police sirens going off. And what I really want to know is, does this have good wireless capability? What is the sound like? Does the voice sound more natural? And what is the background suppression of the noises like? That's the other thing that I'm very curious to. Now, the price difference is not solely because of the wireless performance. The Rode also has a built-in recorder, so you can record directly onto the microphone itself. And the Rode system also allows me to plug this into a SLR or camera with a TRS cable, which again, the cheaper one can't do. But that's the end of the audio test. I'm gonna have a listen and see what they sound like. Alrighty, so what did you think about the two recordings? One thing I realized whilst I was editing is that this wireless mic from Amazon actually has a decent amount of noise cancelling built in. So just as a demonstration, I'm just in a loud echoey room at the moment, and I'm going to turn on what an average cafe sounds like. You might have just picked up a little bit of the noise before it got suppressed. So it isolates my voice pretty well, and is a feature that's not in the Rode microphone. The problem with that is that there is no level control on how much suppression you can have. it's just on by default. You can't really turn it off. You will notice it kicking in as you turn it on and off. So I'm going to do that a couple of times. So turning off the mic and turning back on again. So you should have just heard it, and I'm going to do it once more. Overall, it does cut out a lot of background noise, which is nice, but it would be nicer to have a little bit of control over whether it's on or off, because noise cancellation can make your voice sound like you're underwater. But for a quick and easy way of recording things, this is pretty darn good. The reason I got these Meta glasses on is so that I could have a listen to both the audio recordings. Firstly, I was very surprised at how well the $50 pair from Amazon performed. HKDORA, I think, is the brand. I'll link it down below. For such a cheap pair, it did have really good distance. It doesn't have any inbuilt recording, and you obviously have to use it with USB-C or Lightning, so it can only work on the phone as compared to the Rode mic, which also has a TRS output to plug it into SLRs or other cameras. If you're a predominant phone filmmaker, I think it's a very good option because the noise suppression I found was a lot better. I couldn't hear any of the background noise, but unfortunately, because it's not controllable, it does mean that sometimes it sounds like you're underwater. The Rode, what I'm using at the moment, is much more clearer in terms of having a full voice. It sounds a lot more natural. However, with no noise isolation, it does mean that you're probably picking up a lot of the background noises of the city. Again, it has built-in track recording, so you can have a backup track in case you're out of wireless range. Again, they both perform really well for the context, and as you saw, I was pretty far away. So I'm not sure how much further you'd want to go to film, because otherwise you're not really going to be in the frame. Overall, I have both because I use one with the SLRs and the other one specifically for the phone, and one's much easier to use because it has a charging case. The Rode now has a charging case that will charge the microphones and the control unit, but I don't have that set up. There's a few newer ones that have come onto the market, one from a brand called Newer, Saramonic and DJI. So if you want to see a test between those ones, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments so that I can go out and buy those ones and test the ones that you like. Okay. I did test out the Ulanzi version of these microphones, and the link for that should be somewhere over here.